How do I be diplomatic when I think someone may be faking an illness? I, 43, am diabetic. My friend, 33, has a boyfriend, 44, and it appears to me that he always does things for attention when I'm around. One thing that bothers me in particular is that he claims his sugar drops and texts as both insisting that we come to him from wherever we are ASAP to give him candy. Because I am a diabetic, I can see that how he acts is not how someone acts when their sugar drops, and that if he can wait in a chair for her to come home from wherever, he should have been able to go in the next room and take the candy down himself. I don't want to say anything because it's really rude to accuse someone of faking an illness. Also, it's not my house or my BF. They can tell that something is wrong though, and I don't know what to say to deflect it. Too long did not read. I think my friend's boyfriend is faking low blood sugar to get attention. They keep asking me what's wrong. What should I say? Why is your friend's boyfriend texting you to stop what you're doing and bring him candy? Also, it's not my house or my BF. So why is he texting you? Oh no, your BG is low. Have you tested it? What's your reading? Oh, you haven't checked. Well, where is your kit? Oh, you don't have it with you. Not to worry, we can use mine. I've got unused lancets. I'll go get it for you so we can check and better estimate how much carbohydrate you need. And I have these glucose tabs, they're really much more precise than candy, you should use them instead. Etc., etc. Kill him with kindness and helpfulness. Either he really is diabetic and you'll be able to tell, or you'll know he's lying. If his blood sugar is low, why doesn't he just eat some candy? He doesn't need you to stick it in his mouth, right? Even people who aren't diabetic might sometimes get that I need a sugar boost feeling and just solve it by eating something. Wild, I know. And you would know, being diabetic yourself, the importance of carrying around a sugary snack or drink or glucose tablets. In fact, I'd buy him a pack of glucose tablets, put them in his kitchen drawer and be like, next time you feel your blood sugar is low, eat one of these. Clearly this is either a manipulation or an emergency. And if it is an emergency, then it's best to let the professionals take care of it. Just saying. First of all, tell your friend. And feel free to call out the BF. What he's doing is not okay in any context. He's lying and roping people into his obsessive fixation, Munchausen's or whatever it may be. If you want to be diplomatic, you could make offhand innocent comments like, weird, when people are hypoglycemic what normally happens is this. Why does he not keep his candy handy? I mean, just tell his girlfriend that you are concerned about him sitting there alone, with his sugar so low. Also that candy isn't a good way to get it up quickly and that he should keep juice boxes in spots around the house to get it up quickly so he doesn't have an event when he's all alone. Stress how serious diabetes is because it still kills many people. People who are taking care of their diabetes. And that you don't want that to be him. I'd frame it as concern. Honestly, I'd buy some of those glucose tabs. Every time he did this, he would receive a lecture on watching his blood sugars, and, don't you know by 44 that you're supposed to take care of your own self? Maybe even a glucose meter and lancets. He wants the diabetic experience, okay, that can be arranged. Every time he does this, make a production out of it. Offer to call the ambulance. Ignore him. He thrives on attention, any kind of attention. Don't give it to him. Next time before she goes out with you she should leave a jar with sweets next to his chair open mouth smile. You'd think after the first time he'd just keep a piece of candy in his pocket. It's not my house or my BF. He wants her attention. I have to ask why he texts you and expects you to come to his house to give him candy. Is it because you are always together with your friend and he's jealous of the time girlfriend spends away from him? It doesn't really matter if he's faking it or not, he should be able to look after himself regardless. What gives you the motivation to be diplomatic? I seriously think I'd offer to test his sugar next time. At least press and ask what his numbers were. If he's diabetic he should have his own kit accessible, but I'd be petty enough to go this route. Has he been to a doctor? Does he take insulin? This sounds silly honestly. Also faking an illness is also an illness, just not the one he's faking. Does he claim he's diabetic or just low in blood sugar? Could it be hypoglycemia? If he's texting you asking for help, I'd tell him to go get it himself, and if he cannot, call emergency services. If it's your friend he's texting, it's unfortunately none of your business. You can certainly mention to your friend that you think he's faking and not being fair to her, but it's her choice to stay with him and do all this for him. Maybe offer him your glucose monitor in a way where either it's weird for him to refuse, if he's truly diabetic, Or that it'll come up with a number you can say, "Oh wow, that's great," or something. Or just tell your friend that is a diabetic, you know if he can wait for you to come home, he can definitely get it himself. That's simply a fact. You don't have to say you think he's faking it, that would just heavily imply his advantage of her. Also, you don't specify genders, but if you're a man and she's a woman, I can't help but wonder if he's trying to spoil your plans. Insert himself. How do I be diplomatic? Genuine question. Why would you want to be diplomatic? He's either lying to you, or he's massively mismanaging his condition and relying on you to, temporarily, fix it for him. Neither scenario is indicative of a healthy friendship. Basically, if someone is so inept at managing their diabetes, that they regularly get to the point where they cannot possibly move to the next room to get some candy to fix it, they need to be carrying a candy bar in their pocket, not bleating to their friends to come feed me candy, or, just maybe, take responsibility for learning to manage their diabetes so they're not in this position. When my blood sugar gets low, I feed myself a healthy snack that I have stashed nearby, because I make sure I have snacks nearby at all times because I'm an adult. That's what he needs to do. His girlfriend should tell him that it's not safe for him to rely on someone else to come and get him candy. Like, what the fuck, is he a toddler? I would be inclined to discuss it from the basis of accepting his premise and express how much concern you have over his dependence on others to supply him with sugar when he needs it, and how he should get into the habit of always carrying some emergency candy in his pockets so he never needs to worry about a health crisis should someone not get a message or hit traffic or any other such thing went wrong. Okay. If he's not a diabetic, then why the fuck is he complaining about low bullshit as if it's an immediate danger to him? I am a care aide to a type 1 diabetic that genuinely has lows that have landed him in the hospital, falling and injuring himself. This dude is a jerk. He has to be a severe diabetic or hypoglycemic in order for this to affect him in such a way. I feel like he's totally just trying to one-up you. IDK, how to go about it. I'd just avoid this person. Have you talked to your friend about this? This is ridiculous. Why is he texting you to help him? You're not the one in a relationship with him. Honestly, I might feel obligated to explain to my friend that I don't like to be at a 44-year-old's beck and call when he should know how to manage his own diabetes. But I would also be tempted to just ghost them and this awful manipulation. Grimace. Is this dude claiming to have diabetes, or is he just saying his blood sugar is low? Like those "you're not you when you're hungry" commercials. Ask him which type of diabetes he has and what medication he is on. Seem like you believe him, but ask him questions he won't be able to answer.